Happy Wednesday, everybody. June 11th, 2014. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health, welcoming you to another live edition of Fire Your MD Now. We've got some big stuff coming up in the future. Can't tell you about it. It's all a big secret, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen shortly, so stay tuned. Tell everybody in Youngevity Nation about this radio show. Use this radio show to support and maintain the structural integrity not only of your body, but of your business, especially, quite frankly, only if your business is a Youngevity network marketing business. Join the land of the living and leave silly, muggle, stupid people behind, because the world is filled with them. I mean, the world is filled with people who are just completely clueless. I mean, clueless about it, right? I mean, what does Alex Jones refer to, these people as sheeple, right? The people that just go along with the herd, don't really think for themselves, just kind of do what everybody else does just because that's what everybody's doing. Well, if you're not a sheeple people, then Youngevity is exactly the place for you, because when you hang out in Youngevity, you will be hanging out with like-minded people who may have a different religion than you, they may have a different race than you, they may live in a different country than you, but they share one thing in common with you, and this is the fact of the matter, the truth. They have their fingers on the pulse. A whole cloth has been pulled from back in front of their eyes, and they're able to see things as the way they are when it comes to medicine, when it comes to health. Healing is easy. Surgery is complicated. Youngevity people know this. Your MD does not know what's best for you. They only know what they've been trained in. Youngevity people know and understand this. Your body is endowed with a God-given spiritual energy, a vital force, which has intelligence, which directs all of the autonomic processes which happen inside your body every second of every day. Youngevity people know this. Your body wants to fix itself. Your Youngevity people know this. Your body needs to fix itself. Youngevity people know this. Your body is attempting to fix itself every moment of every day. Youngevity people know this. There are 10 foods that you shouldn't even look at, let alone eat. Youngevity people know this. And when you give your body the proper nutrition, when you feed your body the proper medical nutrition, in the right formulas, in the right recipes, appropriate dosages, take them in the appropriate manner, your body optimizes its structure and function to the ability that it is able to. Youngevity people know this. Nobody else does. I mean, right, it's kind of crazy imagine if you were the only person living in the world, or living in your town, living in your community, that knew that the earth was round and everybody else thought it was flat. Be kind of a frustrating thing for you, wouldn't it? Imagine how it would be if you were the only person in your town that knew it was the earth that goes around the sun and not the other way around. That would be kind of frustrating for you, wouldn't it? It would be. And, that kind of background psychic disconnect between you and members of your community is a stress. It's a background stress. It's ever present. You can't get away from it. Can't get away from stupid people. There's an old saying, and I'm paraphrasing, and I'm not really sure where this came from, but the basic gist of it is that we are not born into our true families. We find our true families when we walk through life, right? We find people of like minds. We gravitate towards people of like minds as we mature and grow and evolve. Walk on the beach. The footprints of our lives bring us in closer proximity to other people who have similar beliefs. And this is what's so cool, to use the common vernacular, about Youngevity. The people that are involved with Youngevity are of similar beliefs to you. I don't want to go so far as to say that, they're your true family, but they're pretty close. Kissing cousins, Why? Because everybody in Youngevity is in Youngevity because they share the beliefs that I just talked about, more or less. People are frustrated. Not only are they frustrated with their health, not only are they frustrated with being sick and tired, they're frustrated by being sick and tired and broke. They've also seen through the facade that corporate, it's not corporate America anymore, it's the corporate world, has put before them that you need to trade your time for money, that you need to be okay with having a limited income, that you need to be okay with being in the 99%, that you need to be okay with the bank owning your house, the bank owning your car, the credit card company having $10,000 of owing the credit card companies $10,000 of debt, which the average American does. Having student loans up to your eyebrows. You need to be okay with this, son, daughter, because that's the way that it is. Suck it up. It's the same for everybody. Well, guess what? That's the way that it is, but that's not the way it needs to be. That's the way that it is, but that's not the way that it needs to be. You can make, because you know how much money there is in the world? There is more money in the world now than there has ever been in recorded history. Now, I don't know how that happened, but it's true. There is more money circulating in the world now than at any time in recorded history. If money isn't circulating into your bank account, there's a reason. You're probably doing the wrong thing. And often it's because no fault of your own. Often it's because you have just gone along for the ride. You've just done what they told you to do in school. You did everything that you were supposed to do, and now you've got the 9-to-5 job, and they're outsourcing it, and, you're a victim, and they stole your pension, and you're a victim, and there's nothing that you can do, and it's not your fault. You trusted the system, and the system let you down, and so now what are you going to do? Are you going to eke out the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years on good old planet Earth in mediocrity? Like Salieri during Mozart's time? Are you going to become the patron saint of mediocrity? Or are you going to shine? Are you going to activate and realize your potential? Now, look, I'm not talking about becoming a millionaire, although that's a possibility here. What one person can do, another person can do, more or less. I'm not talking about that, but that's a possibility here. How about just an extra $100 a month? Would an extra $100 a month be helpful? Would that help you? Would it? How about getting your nutritional supplements for free? How about that? How about getting $350 worth of nutritional supplements a month for free? Would that be a good idea? You're darn right that would be a good idea. Would that change your life? You're darn right that would change your life. By the way, if you're, the best customer that General Nutrition Center ever had, or your local health food store ever had, or Whole Foods ever had, and you buy $350 worth of nutritional supplements at their store every month, and then at the end of the year you go in and you've got all your receipts and you talk to the manager, hey, look at how much money I've spent here this year. What are they going to do? Are they going to give you a check for all of the money that you spent on your nutritional supplements? No. Are they going to give you a kickback? Well, then maybe they'll give you a 20% off coupon for your next purchase. Thank you very much for your patronage, sir. And we're okay with that. Youngevity not only will allow you to get your supplements for free, but it will allow you to make $100 extra a month, $200 extra a month, $500 extra a month, $1,000 extra a month, $10,000 extra a month. Ooh, is that getting a little squirrely there? Is it hard for you to conceptualize an extra 10 grand a month? Is it? Is that hard for you to think, to imagine can really happen? Well, if it is, you're caught in the trap. How about 50 grand a month? Would that change your life? Oh, I could never do that, Dr. Glidden. I've never made 50 grand in a year. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? I don't know, maybe it's not a problem for you. Maybe you're okay with your status quo. Not everybody wants to be financially successful. Not everybody does. It's not for everybody, I guess. But if you are of the mind that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and broke, then Youngevity is the place you need to hang out for the rest of this incarnation. Because not only will you be amongst a group, a worldwide coalition of like-minded, socially responsible, progressive, action-oriented, really nice people who all think the same way that you do, but you will also be able to break through the glass financial ceiling that's kept you stressed your entire life, and you will be able to optimize the structure and function of your physical body. Now, can somebody please tell me how this is a bad idea? I mean, was there anything bad about this? By the way, if you become a longevity distributor, there are two ways you can become a distributor. The first, stick your toe in the water, kick the tires, slam the doors. It's $10. $10 one-time membership fee. $10 one-time membership fee. So, you could lose $10. It's possible. You could come into longevity and hate it, and it's not for you, and you've lost $10. Well, you want to make that bet? You want to place $10 down on your life on longevity? I would do that. If you're wise and you have a clue about network marketing and you see the validity of network marketing and you see the potential and the possibility of network marketing and you really want to give longevity a drive, give longevity a serious drive, you can join longevity for $500 and you get $500 worth of products. How about that? And oh, by the way, if you are a longevity member, whether you're a $10 member or a $500 member, and that's a one-time membership fee, not a monthly fee, a one-time membership fee, not a yearly fee, a one-time membership fee. You only need to buy products when it profits you to buy products. You don't need to stockpile stuff in your garage that you're never going to use like you do with every other network marketing company in the world. Longevity is awesome. And if you're not a member, you just don't know about it. Stick around. July 11th, 2014. Dr. Peter Glidden, welcome aboard. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here. Welcome to another live edition of Fire Your MD Now. It's an interesting thing. For some reason, network marketing has gotten a bad rap. I know that one of my strengths here, and I think one of the things that's so appealing about this radio show to people is that, I don't talk outside of my wheelhouse. I talk about things that I have experience with. 99% of the time I talk about things that I have experience with, and, it's all kind of truth-telling stuff here, and that has a certain appeal to it because you don't find that a lot anymore. Well, you find it a lot here, and I pride myself upon that. So when I talk about network marketing here, I'm talking about personal experience that I've had with it. When I first became a naturopathic physician in 1991, the naturopathic medical community was extremely small. There were 31 people in my graduating class, 31 people. I think back in the day there were about 200 or 300 licensed naturopathic doctors in the entire world when I became a naturopathic physician, right? There weren't a lot of naturopathic doctors. It's a small community. Everybody knew each other. We might not have known each other, like brothers and sisters know each other, but you know your colleagues. You go to the annual convention and you know the people that are there because it's a small group. Well, of course, now it's completely different, and over the years, everything has changed, and, there's 5,000 plus licensed naturopathic physicians in the United States alone right now. So it's a completely different story now. But back in the day, because it was a small community, I knew Dr. Wallach. Everybody knew Dr. Wallach. Everybody knew me. We knew each other. But all I knew about Dr. Wallach was he was this, conservative, Republican-esque guy. He's not really Republican. Dr. Wallach always tells me that he's fiscally responsible and socially liberal, which I think is fitting. It's kind of perfect, quite frankly, for this type of work. But in any event, I didn't know anything about Dr. Wallach, but, he was extremely conservative in his politics. I was a little more liberal in my politics, and I knew that he had a network marketing business, and that's all that I knew about him. That's all that I knew. Didn't know anything about his research, didn't know anything about the cystic fibrosis story, didn't know anything about anything. And because I had my head up my backside and, was an arrogant doctor, and, let's be honest, most people with a doctoral degree think that their you-know-what doesn't stink. I was no exception to that rule. I wasn't, an idiot about it, but nonetheless, all I knew about Dr. Wallach was, well, he had a network marketing business and he was a little conservative in his politics, and I didn't want anything to do with that, especially that network marketing stuff. I don't like that network marketing stuff. Now, if you had asked me what network marketing was, I wouldn't have been able to tell you, but I knew that I didn't like it. And you know what that translates to? Prejudice. That's just prejudice. A strongly held belief based on limited data, and most of the data that the belief is based upon is incorrect. It's just wrong. I was prejudiced because I didn't know anything about it, and yet I had a strong opinion about it. So, for 19 years, I ignored Dr. Wallach. And then 5 years ago, more or less, I met Dr. Wallach, bumped into Dr. Wallach at a naturopathic medical conference. Had a conversation with him about what he was up to, went to see one of his lectures. Finally, first time I'd ever heard Dr. Wallach lecture. I'd never even listened to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie tape. And my eyes were opened. Not only to the awesomeness and unbelievable effectiveness of Dr. Wallach's medical therapeutics, which was the big draw for me, but also about the network marketing business structure. I had no idea what network marketing really was. No idea. And when I investigated Youngevity's business structure, I was blown away. And I've been, there's no use crying over spilt milk, right? And if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. And if ifs and buts were candy nuts, we'd all have a wonderful Christmas, right? So, for a couple months, though, I was kicking myself that 19 years before I didn't get on board with Dr. Wallach. Because I see how far I've come with Dr. Wallach in 4.5 years. I can't imagine what it's going to be like, 15 years from now. I mean, the sky's the limit. Folks, you don't know what you don't know, and before you make a business decision up or down as to whether to go with Youngevity or not go with Youngevity, you need to know what it is. So give us a call, get with the person who directed you to this show, and get a clue. You're going to love it, because God is my witness. Stick around. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Streaming live, by the way, on Facebook. Just go to Facebook and type in Dr. Glidden. My fan page pops right up. Or just go to my website, drglidden.com. Click on the link and watch the live stream. There are currently 19 people in the room. By the way, if you do log on to the live stream via my website or YouTube, there's a chat box, and you can ask me a question in the chat box. And I'm also, in the second hour, going to pose a question. I'm going to pose a question for everybody in the chat room, and whomever answers the question correctly first, I'm going to send a free signed copy of my book, The MD Emperor Has No Clothes. That's coming up in the second hour. So go to Facebook, go to drglidden.com, join the live stream, and you will have the possibility of getting a free copy, a signed copy of my book, The MD Emperor Has No Clothes, and it don't get any better than that. Phone lines are up. Let's go to California and talk to Juliet. I hope she doesn't ask me, wherefore art thou Romeo? My son, by the way, just played Romeo in the Shakespeare production of Romeo and Juliet, a fact that I'm quite proud about, but that's a non sequitur. Hey, Juliet, thanks for the call.
Hi.
You are live. What's going on?
Thank you for being here for us. Well, I have shingles. I don't know if I should start the story from the beginning or,
Well, how long have you had shingles? How long have you been dealing with that?
Well, last Tuesday, I started having so much pain around my chest on my left side, and I thought maybe I pulled a muscle or something, and then the pain kept come and go, like it was coming and leaving, and then I thought maybe I went doing workout and I, pulled a muscle or something. On Friday, I had so much pain that I called my doctor and made an appointment. After I talked to the nurse, they asked me if I have all these heart attack symptoms, which I did not.
Yeah.
So they told me to just go ahead, make an appointment with the doctor, and if there was any other changes, I called them back. So when I came home, I lay down, and when I woke up, I had excruciating pain, and and then I started numbness in my hand, and I called them again, and doctor on call said just go to ER. And then I went to ER, and they gave me EKG and blood test to see blood clot and everything, and X-ray, everything perfect. And she told me you pulled a muscle. She gave me some muscle medicine and some ibuprofen, and she said don't just stretch a little bit, stuff like that. And then when I came home, those EKG, sticky pads that they put, I pulled some of them off my body, and some of them was under my breast. When I pulled it, I saw a red spot in there. I'm like, oh, I didn't know I have allergic reaction to this. Then I noticed like there are 2-3 spots. I thought it's from that sticky pad reaction. And then, in the morning, on Saturday morning, I woke up, it was more. I took a bath and I felt better, but, by Sunday, it was like all over my body, like from under my breast all the way to my back. And I went to the doctor, he said it's a shingle. And I've been having it appeared on Friday night, and then Monday I went to the doctor, and he gave me some hydrocodone and some pills to antivirus. And this morning I woke up, it was more on my breast, I see on the left side. But because, I like sometimes, time to time I go to YouTube to check you out to see what so I checked on, for my condition, So,
all right. So the couple things I need to know here to help you dial this in. First of all, is what happened to the original pain that you went there for?
Oh, I've been having the original pain, like it's killing me. Like I'm still having the pain, and.
And is the pain that you're experiencing on the same side of your body that the skin eruption is?
Yeah, same thing, especially around the, all these blisters now,
And all right, so the shingles eruption is only on one side of your body. It hasn't gone all the way around your body, right?
No, it's from under my left breast all the way to my back, in the middle of my back. But
and it hasn't crossed over to the right side, right?
No, I haven't seen that yet, no.
All right, if it does, that's a medical emergency, and you need to go to the emergency room immediately. That happens about like 1 out of 1 million times. Mm-hmm. So you just need to be advised of that. And did they tell you that? They should have told you that when you had shingles. Did they tell you that if it crosses the midline of your body, you need to beat feet back to the ER? Did they tell you that?
No, he told me, you take these pills, you're going to be perfect in 2 days, 3 days, and then when you're done,
How many days ago was that?
That was on Friday. Monday.
Tuesday. And do you feel any better, or are you worse?
No, I feel so bad. I mean, the hydrocodone I fall asleep. But this morning, it expanded on my left breast. I have more, but it hasn't crossed over.
Okay, so there's a couple things we need to understand about this and a couple things we need to highlight about this. First of all, you were having strong and persistent symptoms, and you went to the MDs. Yeah. The MDs did hundreds of dollars worth of diagnostic testing, and they gave you the wrong diagnosis. They told you that you had pulled a muscle, which is a BS diagnosis, and they were wrong. You spent all that money, and they were wrong. And then a couple days later, the real illness started to raise its ugly head, And all that they could do to help you is give you hydrocortisone or hydrocodone, an anti-inflammatory, and a medication to handle the pain. None of these get to the root cause of this illness. They simply manage the symptoms thereof. And while you have been under the care for the shingles, which finally was an accurate diagnosis, your symptoms are not getting better the way that they told you that they should have, but they're getting worse, right?
Yeah, I have more on my, I'm waiting to get better, but it's not, I have more blisters, it's just pain.
Okay, so what this means when we just take a step back and look at it from the proper perspective, it means that the MDs let you down now 2 or 3 times. They've completely let you down. They weren't able to diagnose it correctly. They ran up a bill on you. I mean, how much did all that cost you? What's your medical insurance deductible?
For ER, I paid about $140 from my pocket, so I don't know how much they're going to send me, for all those,
Well, it's going to be quite a bit. Do you have medical insurance or not?
Yes, I do. I have to my husband, yeah.
Okay, and how much does he pay every month?
He pays, I think, around, I would not more than $200 for both of us.
All right, so that's $2,400 a year, $2,400 a year, plus the $140 out of your pocket, plus they're going to send you a bill for the balance. So, that adds up over time. And what you've gotten for thousands of dollars of expenditure on your behalf is nothing. You've got nothing. You got a wrong diagnosis. You got run around the bush. You got run around the maypole. And then when you finally did present with something that they actually knew how to diagnose, the stuff that they gave you isn't working, and you're getting worse. And I'm going to tell you what to do to get better in just a second here. But we need not overlook the obvious. And everybody overlooks the obvious. We go to the MDs, they let us down. We go back to the MDs, they let us down. We go back to the MDs, they let us down. We go back to the MDs, they let us down. And we continue to pay medical insurance premiums every month to gain access to this type of incompetence.
Yeah.
And it's nuts. I mean, it's nuts. But when the MDs fail us, for some reason, smart people like you, Juliet, will start to take action on their own behalf, and they'll start to look for alternatives to MD treatments, and they'll try to find the best, which is a good and prudent thing to do. But most people won't do that. And they'll continue to go back to the MD and continue to go back to the MD and continue to go back to the MD. And I'm going to bet you 25 cents that if you had a conversation with your husband about stopping medical insurance premiums, you'd get a divorce, because it would make a big argument. Oh, no, we can't do that, honey. We can't do that. Oh, no, we need medical insurance. Everybody needs medical insurance. Well, look what medical insurance has delivered to you so far. Nothing. It's delivered nothing, and we give these people a pass all of the time. And I just want you to consider that. I want you to consider that moving forward. These people have let you down, and you need to think 3 times before you go back to them. And you need to really reconsider this whole medical insurance thing. You need to reconsider the medical insurance thing, because we're paying for nothing. I have so much pain
this morning. I have so much pain that I called them. I was screaming from pain. And, that hydrocodone that didn't work, even though they gave me in hospital, in hospital, it gave me morphine too on Monday. But, they told me to go back at 3:30 to see him again. So,
what's the nature? Well, they're just going to give you stronger pain meds. They might even give you morphine. Well, what's the nature of the pain? What does it feel like?
It's just like sharp pains, like where the bruises are, they hurt.
And is it sharp, like little tiny needles, or is it, what is it? You're going to describe the pain to me. Describe it to me in your own words, please.
Yeah, I feel like, like a sharp knife, like it's hitting me, like under my breast, like I have all those bruises there. And then, but you know what I did? I listened to your, to YouTube this morning or last night, I don't remember. I went to the health food store and bought Colloidal Silver.
Silver, yeah.
So I bought it from the health food store, and I told my brother to come and spray me a little bit. And he sprayed me, and since he sprayed me, I feel better. Only one time I sprayed it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I want you to spray it every hour. I want you to, every hour, put in a little alarm on your watch or something, and every time the alarm goes off, I want you to spray it again with the colloidal silver. Does anything, is there the sharp pain that you feel, does it have a hot or a cold sensation associated with it? Does it feel like a hot knife or a cold knife, or is that irrelevant?
Honestly, I haven't noticed that. It's just been so much, Sometimes
okay. Stay with me. So when you take a shower, does hot water or cold water make it feel better or make it feel worse?
No, hot water doesn't make it good. Cold water makes it feel better.
Cold water makes it feel better. Is that right?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I took a cool bath last night. It felt better. I didn't want to put it in the hot because I was afraid of the blisters.
Yeah, okay, good. Very good. And cold water made it feel better? All right, so there's a homeopathic medicine I want you to go and get. Homeopathic medicine, and you can find this at any health food store in the world. You can find this at any health food store in the world. Hold on. It's called Spigelia. S like Sam, P like Peter, I, G like Gary, E, L-I-A. One more question, though, before I come down hard on that. Does the pain that you're experiencing with the shingles, when you experience the pain, do you have the sensation that the pain stays in one spot, the pain moves upwards, or the pain moves downwards, or is that irrelevant?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same place, like it's squeezing it,
Yeah, okay. All right, very, very good. You stick with me. I'm going to tell you what to do when we come back on the other side of the break to support and promote the structure and function of your body's, in this case, immune system and skin. I'm so glad that you called, but let this be a cautionary tale about going back to the MDs. They've let you down, and they've let you down hard. Stick around, folks. More to come. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking to Juliet in California, who's been let down by the MDs, let down hard, and she's dealing with shingles outbreak, which is not a walk in the park. So, Juliet, let me bring you back up here. Are you still with me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I share one more thing? I have some tingling in my hand, on my left hand, and also my skin is so sensitive, like around my waist, my arms, like when I touch it, I don't know, if from the pain of the shingles.
It's from the pain of the shingles. That's what all of this is from, because it's when you have this much inflammatory activity in and around your nerves, then it has trickle-down effects in local areas that are adjacent to where the pain is. So everything that's kind of reared its ugly head now that's bothering you, you can trace back in some form, or in some extent, to the eruption of the shingles. So were you experiencing a lot of emotional stress in the last couple of weeks? Like, you had a fight with a friend, or was there anything? Did you move your house or get married or get divorced, or your dog died, or was there anything unusual that happened?
No, nothing. Everything was good. I talked about my dog who died, but, I was good. I have no stress, That's what I heard, that it comes from stress or low immune system.
Well, it could be exacerbated by stress or a low immune system most of the time. Were you working out, or had you started an extra exercise program or anything like that?
I just started about 3 weeks ago. And,
bingo. You started 3 weeks ago. What did you start to do 3 weeks ago?
Just, I went to the gym, started working out in the gym.
So what kind of workouts did you do? Run on the treadmill, jump rope, lift weights? What did you do?
I do a little bit on the treadmill to raise my heart rate, and then I do abs, and one day I do legs, the other day I do arms and stuff like that. So
okay, so when all right, so here's the deal. The body has nutrient needs in order to maintain its integrity, right? Your body needs a certain amount of nutrients every day: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, calcium, etc. 90 nutrients that your body needs.
Yeah, but I take that BTT. I take the BTT.
Okay, how much do you weigh?
Oh, you don't want me to say that on TV, do you?
Are you over 200?
No, 173.
Okay. And so you're taking beyond Tangy Tangerine, you're taking anything else?
I take selenium and I take hormones.
Do you take EFAs? Fish oil capsules?
No, I don't take that. My son told me he's going to get me some.
Yeah, okay, so here's what you need to do, all right? We need to give you everything that your body needs, not just a little bit of what your body needs. And if I had to choose, if I had to make an educated guess as to what caused the shingles to flare up in your body, it would be the exercise that you did. Because when you exercise, you stress your body. And when you stress your body tries to rebuild and strengthen itself after the exercise, but your body needs nutrients to do that. If you don't have the nutrients to do that, it puts extra stress on your body, and then something breaks. It's kind of like if you had a car and your car needed 4 quarts of oil, but you only had 1 quart of oil in the car. Well, if you drove the car at 10 miles an hour, you probably wouldn't be any problem. But if you drive the car at 100 miles an hour, it's going to be a problem, and it's going to be a problem quickly. That's what happens to the body when we exercise in an undernutrified state. And just taking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and selenium is not enough. It's just not enough. So here's what I would do if I were you for the next 4 weeks, okay?
Yeah.
1 scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in 20 ounces of water. Okay, 1 scoop in about 20 ounces of water 4 times a day. 4 times a day. 4 times a day.
Okay.
And I want you to take at least a half an hour to drink each dose down. 1 scoop in 20 ounces of water 4 times a day. Okay? Number 2, you need to get some essential fatty acids, EFA Plus from Youngevity. You need 3 bottles. I want you to take 9 a day. 9 of the EFA Plus a day. 9 of the EFA Plus a day. I want you to do 9 of the selenium a day. 9 of the selenium a day. You're going to need 3 bottles a month. The final thing is the Beyond Osteo FX. I want you to do 2 bottles, 1 ounce twice a day, in a little bit of orange juice each time. 1 ounce twice a day in a little bit of orange juice. And keep spraying the crap out of this with colloidal silver every hour. Give me a call back in a couple days with a report. Sorry, we're all out of time. I appreciate your call very much, Juliet. Now go out there and get your health back. Hour 2 coming up, folks. The book giveaway is up first. Stick around. Twenty-seven people watching the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out, drglidden.com, or just go to Facebook. Type in Dr. Glidden. My fan book page is Dr. Glidden-Fire Your MD Now. Words which ring truer and truer and truer every day. Okay, so we're going to do the book giveaway now. If you're in the chat room, I'm going to pose a question, and whomever answers the question first is going to get a free copy of my book, The MD Emperor Has No Clothes. This is a tricky question. This is a difficult question. I'm not sure people are actually going to be able to answer this, but we're going to see if they can get close, okay? Currently, how many states in the United States license and regulate naturopathic medicine? How many states in the United States currently license and regulate naturopathic medicine? Whoever types in the correct answer first gets a free copy of my book, The MD Emperor Has No Clothes. Have at it. While the people in the chat room are furiously searching Google for the answer to that, let's go to Lori in Tennessee with an update. Hey, Lori, thanks for calling back. You are live.
I've called you a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
I'm a diabetic on a pump, and I learned a lot just listening to the last caller, actually. About drinking the drink slower. Maybe just from talking to me, you can tell that I'm impulsive and I change from this and that constantly. And that's one of my problems is I can't stay on a regimen. And so I was doing very well with these minerals, and then all of a sudden I started craving chocolate and sugar, and so that made my sugar go crazy, and it was like over 600. And then then I didn't get any sleep because of trying to get my sugar regulated. And so then the next day, I craved sweets again. I think it's because I was tired. I've also, made a few mistakes as far as, well, once I heard on one of your talks that colonics was good, so I grabbed that and I thought, okay, I'm going to do them. And I went and I bought 15 colonics. On top of that, then it ended up getting the HCG because she also sold that, so I got talked into that. And then I in the infrared sauna.
Oh goodness, you're just you're like a flavor of the month person, right?
I guess, I don't know. I'm all over the place. And
well, all right. So let's talk about it, right? So, it's because it's an important thing to understand. One of the hallmarks of holistic medicine is that one of the kind of the foundation, themes or tenets is the right word of the holistic method is that the human body knows how to fix itself. The human body wants to fix itself. The human body is trying to fix itself. And when you give the body what it needs and it starts to fix itself, it's very much a process and not an event. I mean, it may take somebody 9, 10, 11, 12 months to get completely on the other side of a chronic illness that they've had for 12 years. It could. I mean, I've seen high blood pressure that people have had for 30 years. I've seen it go away in 14 days. I've also seen conditions take 12 months for people to get on the other side of, right? So we need to understand that, especially from our point of view, the stuff that I talk about and the stuff that I espouse here, especially through longevity, that it's a long-term commitment. It's a lifelong commitment. We have to stop eating the 10 bad foods, not just for a month, but for the rest of our lives. And we have to give the body all 90 essential nutrients, not just for a month, but every day for the rest of our lives, because they're mandatory and they're essential. Now, we can go up or down with add-ons to the foundation fundamental stuff, but really, you, me, everybody else needs to be taking the 90 essential nutrients appropriate for our body weight every single day, and we need to be doing this for a long time. I mean, the rest of our lives. And while we're doing it, you don't want to just do it because I tell you to do it. You want to do it because it works. And also because I tell you to do it. But if it doesn't work, what the heck, right? And so you need to find a way to commit to this, because it's very much like a lifestyle change, like deciding to be, a Christian. You don't just, you're not a Christian for 2 months, and then you're a Jew for 2 months, and then you're a Hindu for a month, and then you're a Buddhist for 4 months. It's not like that, right? So, now what I would advise here is that you may find it useful to get treatment from somebody that practices neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. Do a Google search for somebody who's trained in neuro-linguistic programming that lives in your town, and go to see them for a couple of visits and tell them that you have a hard time committing to things and that you're vacillating and that you waffle back and forth with stuff, because it's entirely possible that your brain just needs to be programmed in a different way, and that once it is programmed in a different way, it'll be easier for you to stick with things and be less easy for you to be flighty about things. And, it's like you say, you don't know what you don't know. And anybody that has problems in this area, neuro-linguistic programming can be of great assistance. This, of course, Lori, on top of eliminate the 10 bad foods every day and take the appropriate healthy pack every day forever. And the only reason I want people to modify that is, if they're having trouble, it's giving them diarrhea or whatever, or, they've come up with a new diagnosis and we need to tack something onto the program. But this really is a long-time, full-time commitment. And honestly, the fact of the matter is that once people, bite the bullet here and they change their diet and they take the products, when they stop taking the products, for whatever reason, and they fall off of the diet for whatever reason, they feel horrible.
Yes.
And so this program actually becomes...
And it made me feel depressed.
Yeah. So the program, if you're mindful about it, becomes a self-fulfilling program because you stay on it, you feel good, you get off of it, you feel like crap. You get back on it, you feel better, you get off of it, you feel like crap. So, with issues like this that you're expressing to me, my recommendation for you would be the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack. Is that what you're taking?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah.
I have. I went from 210 to 188.
Woohoo! That's a good thing. Yeah.
Well,
now,
I mean, that's
you also. Well, you know, there's more to do, but you also, are you eating a lot of eggs?
Yeah, I eat at least 2 eggs a day.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do as an experiment for 7 days. All right?
Uh-huh.
I want you to stop eating eggs. Because it's possible you have an allergy to eggs. And if you have an allergy to eggs and you eat them, your mood is going to be horrible. I mean, you're going to feel horrible. You're going to be tired. You're going to be melancholy. You're going to be moody for no reason other than you've just consumed something that you're allergic to and you didn't know you were allergic to it. And this is not the same type of an allergy, by the way, that, you know, kids have. They're allergic to peanuts or something, right? And their throat swells up and they die. It's not like that. This is a different type of an allergic reaction. But nonetheless...
Actually, I was told not to eat eggs. I had a lot of testing done, and natural testing, and they did say not to eat eggs.
All right,
but
so...
I thought I should eat them because I started, in fact, I was putting them... the raw egg white in my drink every morning, like 4 to 6 of them.
Well, and this is the problem, right? I mean, this is the problem, especially in the field of holistic medicine.
But
I mean, honestly, because you go to one person, they'll tell you one thing. You go to another person, they tell you another thing, right? This is why, and I'm going to ring my own bell here. This is why I'm effective, because I have 25 years of clinical experience. I've been around the block. I don't know everything, but I have a goodly amount of experience, and I can help people cut right through the wheat and the chaff, separate the wheat from the chaff, and understand the most effective, most cost-effective stuff to do right now, right? So my recommendation would be...
You are my doctor, as far as I'm concerned. But
all right, well, you gotta do what I tell you to do, and when you fall off the wagon, right, don't beat yourself up and don't knock yourself, on the head. Just understand, well, I fell off the wagon again, and just get back on it. But I'm telling you, a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner can help you to stop flip-flopping. They can really do that. I've seen NLP. Huh?
I don't know if I can find one. I've never heard of them.
Well, just do a Google search. You might be surprised. Right? There might be somebody in your town that does it. There might be somebody in the next town.
Neuro.
Yeah, neuro. 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 Neuro-linguistic. Linguistic. Neuro-linguistic programming. Okay. I saw a neuro-linguistic programmer eliminate stuttering in 10 minutes. Eliminate it. Lifelong stuttering, gone in 10 minutes. It was a remarkable thing. So, but,
Okay. Well, let me ask you another thing, because do I have to stay on with my, with a diabetic doctor because of getting, like, I have to get the test strips and I have to get...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But you don't need to do it, yes. So when we're dealing with diabetes or high blood pressure or any other illness that has been definitively diagnosed, and you're being medicated for it and being managed for it, when you then add into your program, into your life, a holistic approach, which in your case is attempting to support and promote your body's ability to have healthy blood sugar, you want to keep measuring your blood sugars and you want to keep taking your meds as the doctors prescribe them. But as the holistic program kicks in and starts to deliver results, you'll be able to reduce your meds and reduce your meds and reduce your meds until you don't need any more meds. So you need to maintain the relationship with the diabetes doctor until your blood sugars are so good that you don't need any more of their meds. And that's the goal here, is to get people so healthy that they can safely, effectively, and efficiently stop taking the prescription medications that they don't need. That's the long...
The other thing is my insurance. Can I in September I'll be 65. I go on Medicare. Do I need a second insurance with that? I never go to the doctor but once a year.
Then I wouldn't bother with the second insurance. I really wouldn't bother with that.
Youngevity's organic plant-derived.
All right, Lori, I got to go. We're up against a hard break. Thanks.
Mineral supplement, which contains.
Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, coming at you live once again. We're well into the second hour, and the results of the contest are in. Let me just check my stats here. LJ in the chat room guessed correctly. It is, in fact, 17 states currently license and regulate the practice of naturopathic medicine. 17 states in the United States, which, is kind of a bad testament, don't you think? It's a bad testament because the fact of the matter is that this means 17, that's 50, take away 17. 50 take away 17. Let's do the quick math. 33 states. That means 33 states in the United States do not license or regulate naturopathic medicine. 33 states do not license or regulate the practice of naturopathic medicine. And that's a big problem. That's a big bad voodoo daddy problem. And this is why our job here is so important. Because everybody needs to know what we know. Nobody does know what we know. And even if all 50 states became licensed, even if, by some genie in the bottle magic, all 50 states became licensed for naturopathic medicine tomorrow, there wouldn't be enough naturopathic physicians to fill the need. There wouldn't be. 350 million Americans, right? There's 4,000 naturopathic doctors. It's not enough. And quite frankly, the fact of the matter is that for most of the things that affect most of the people most of the time, boilerplate foundation medical nutrition for 6 months is the best thing to do initially. You don't even need to go see the doctor. I mean, you need to know what the diagnosis is, if they can do that. But all you need to do, most of the time, in order to get on the other side of disease, in order to optimize the structure and function of the human body, is to support and promote your body's ability to fix itself with elimination of the 10 bad foods and the appropriate healthy start pack. And that's why we do what we do, and that's why Youngevity was formed as a grassroots network marketing business, because we are spreading this word by paying people to spread the word. And that beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Lillian from Texas is up next. Hey, Lillian, thanks for calling. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. Thank you for talking to me.
Lillian, before we get started, what's your horse's name?
I don't have one.
Oh, come on. Everybody in Texas has a horse, Lillian.
Well, when I grew up, his name was Buck.
I knew it. All right.
Or Smokey is Shetland.
Oh, Smokey. So
Anyway,
what's on your mind, Tex?
Well, I just really want to turn my health around. I have had a lot of medical issues. I have heart disease. I've had 3 heart attacks, one right after another, 1 week. 4 stents. That was in 2005. When I was in, I guess about 8 years old, I had a nervous breakdown. Okay, and then I really didn't learn much in school. I couldn't keep my attention. I didn't know what it was or anything like that. But anyway.
You didn't miss much.
Okay. So, as far as my attention span, I guess I couldn't pay attention. But congestive heart failure, I have arthritis in my knees and my lower back, and I have a liver I've had hepatitis C.
Oof.
And my last injection, I got it through a blood transfusion when I had a hysterectomy.
Yikes.
And my last injection for that is this Friday, the 13th. And so I should be finished up with all that. So far, no symptoms of the virus.
Well, that's great. I've been treating a patient for 25 years who has hepatitis C. And he's still alive, and his liver's fine. I don't know what his viral count is, but all of his buddies who also had hepatitis C at the same time that he did, they're all dead. And none of them did holistic medicine. He's the only one that did it. So I can tell you for a fact that holistic medicine is very effective in the management of hepatitis C. But you, Lillian, are a poster child for the utter, complete, across-the-board failure of conventional medicine when it comes to chronic disease. I mean, they've let you down. They've let you down hard. While you've been under their care, your health is getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And you're not alone, girl. I mean, you know how many millions of people there are just like you all around the world? Millions. They're suffering needlessly because, you know, the pharmaceutical industry holds sway over everything. And remember, it's not the drug, it's how it's used. It's not the gun, it's how it's used. We're not against drugs. We're against the old-fashioned, archaic, juvenile, dangerous use of drugs. You stick with me. When I come back, I'll dial it in for you. Could listen to Santana all day long. Don't you agree? I agree. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing out with Lillian in Texas here. Hey, Lillian, are you still with me?
Okay, Dr. Glidden, I have about 6 more things, and that'll be it. I have high blood pressure. I have varices in my stomach. I have cirrhosis in my liver from hepatitis C. I have severe depression, and I've gained a tremendous amount of weight, and I'm on like 2 depression meds.
Well, why don't you give me something hard to deal with, Lillian? I mean, for goodness sake, this is easy breezy lemon squeezy. All right, so how much do you weigh?
Well, I'd say about 240.
240. All right, you got a pencil? Here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
How'd you hear about me, by the way? Benny Hill, I mean? Do you hear from me about Benny Hill?
I had been, I don't know how, a long time ago I had heard something on the TV flipping through, and then, you know, that went by, and I just started research. I started praying, and I just started researching and looking up things, and pretty soon I made a call to Longevity, you know, trying to find somebody here in Texas. And they led me to Dave and the Thumb, and to Carl and Colleen.
Great.
And Dave has been very informative, and so has Carl, but they've led me to you, you know.
All right, so you want to get with Dave. Call Dave back, and he'll tell you how to get the stuff at the wholesale price, and he'll be able to hold your hand and tell you how to take the stuff, too, okay?
Okay.
You want to go to the first person that, you know, you kind of had access with Longevity with, and that's kind of how we do it. We maintain the integrity of the support group here because we're a worldwide support group. Everybody's holding each other's hands, and this is how we do it. It's kind of on a first-come, first-served basis. So here's my recommendation for the first 6 months. You're going to need to do this for 6 months, okay?
Okay.
Number 1, eliminate the 10 bad foods. You can get that list for free on my website, okay?
Okay.
Eliminate the 10 bad foods. Number 2, I want you to dramatically cut down extracurricular sugar consumption. So, you know.
It's like I'm addicted to Cokes.
Yeah, well, Coca-Cola, addiction to Coca-Cola, well, you know, strong and persistent craving for sugary things is a drop-dead diagnostic indication that you have extreme mineral deficiencies. So I'm going to bet you 25 cents that within 2 weeks of this program, the cravings for Coca-Cola or sweet stuff will just disappear. I mean, they won't be there anymore. Okay. Or if they are there, they'll be greatly reduced, and it'll be more of a normal thing than like a monkey on your back, right?
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, so here's the recommendation. 2 healthy blood sugar packs, original formula. 2 healthy blood sugar packs, original formula. 1 bottle of D-Stress, D like David Stress, 1 bottle of D-Stress a month. And 1 bottle of Ultimate Daily capsules a month. 1 D-Stress a month. 1 D-Stress a month. And 4 selenium. 4 bottles of selenium. 1 bottle of D-Stress. And 2 healthy blood sugar packs, original formula. That's a really good place for you to start. Plus eliminate the 10 bad foods. Now, I might want to add something to this in 4, 6, or 8 weeks. So once you've been diligent with this program for 3 weeks, I want you to call me back on the radio, tell me how you're doing, and I'll modify the program for you up or down if I need to. I'm probably not going to need to, Lillian. This is all I want you to do right now. Eliminate the 10 bad foods, get the healthy blood sugar packs, the selenium, and the de-stress. Give that a run for 21 days and call me back. Keep your fingers crossed and prepare for things to turn around positively in your direction, because your body is extremely nutritionally starved. Oh, one more thing while I'm thinking of it. 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals. Also, 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals a month, okay?
Okay.
I really think you're going to love the difference, and you should feel a difference within 7 days. Remember, healing is a process. It's not an event. It's going to take a while for you to get as healthy as your body can get. And, you need to judge the effects of this program over weeks and months, not over hours or days, okay?
Okay. I have a bag full of medicine that I take, and I'm
I can't help you. I can't help you with that, and legally, I can't do that. But here's
Right.
the basic understanding. Okay, the program here is designed to help people get so healthy that they can safely stop taking prescription medications. Right. So you need to do a consult with somebody who has prescriptive rights in your state. Who can help to put you on a reduction program for this stuff, because you don't need all of it. You just don't need all of it. You might need some of it. A good thing for you to do in order to kind of get a heads up on that is go to the Institute for Functional Medicine. Do a Google search for the Institute for Functional Medicine and see if there's a doctor in your town who's a member of the Institute for Functional Medicine, because the Institute for Functional Medicine teaches MDs how to use, vitamins and herbs, and they teach them the holistic method. It's really, it's better than nothing. I mean, it's better than nothing for you. And the idea here is that if you could align yourself with an IFM doc, they would be more likely to be on your side as far as reducing your meds than a standard doctor. And naturopathic medicine is not licensed in Texas, so I can't send you to a naturopath, because there's no you can't practice naturopathic medicine legally in Texas, and that ought to be a crime, but it's not. Now, the other option that you have is to align yourself with a pharmacist and say, look, man, I'm on all these drugs. I want to come off of them. Or, 50% of them, and I need your help in telling me which ones I can come off of, and I want you to put me on a reduction schedule, right? So that's how we do this. We give you nutritional support, and we fill your body up, and then we withdraw from the prescription meds with professional supervision, 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. And regretfully, Lillian, and again, this is a sad testament for the way that medicine here is in the United States. You're on your own when it comes to that, and you shouldn't ought to be. But my hands are tied there. But I know that you're going to respond positively to the medical nutrition stuff, and call me back every 3 or 4 weeks or so with an update. I will look forward to get in touch with Dave and the Thumb, and he'll hook you right up. I appreciate your call. Let's see who's next. Teresa from Georgia has a question about allergies. Hey, Teresa, thanks for calling. You are live.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. What's going on?
I have a lot of things going on. I have allergies to even good foods, eggs, dairy, good ones. I have stomach problems. I have a big varicose vein on my left leg. I have sleep problems. It seems like I urinate all night long. And I have low blood sugar. I've done a lot of natural things over the years, and it seems like it just seems like I don't get anywhere with all the things, the supplements that I take.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? That's a really that's a good thing to talk about. And, I'm the soul of honesty here. And quite frankly, there's a big problem in the field of holistic medicine, because even inside of the practices of licensed and regulated naturopathic physicians or Ayurvedic physicians or traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncturists, licensed acupuncturists, there are a lot of therapeutics that just don't pass muster. And it's not the doctor's fault.
No.
I mean, really, it's society's fault and the pharmaceutical industry's fault because we don't get the research money that they do. We don't. We just don't. The DAC is stacked against us. So physicians like myself and licensed acupuncturists, we have to figure it out on our own, and we have to do this therapy and judge its effectiveness and then change and then talk to our colleagues and say, what do you think about this? And have you tried this? And what were your results? And it's really like, old-fashioned 1800s medicine, where we're all gathering around the campfire sharing stories about, the effectiveness of this, that, or the other treatment. And because there are so few licensed physicians who have an understanding of the scientific method and an appreciation for holism, really, it's hard to get a clue. It's hard to find somebody who knows what they can do, which is why I love Youngevity. Because Dr. Wallach, at 75 years of age, has a research resume and a clinical resume that nobody can touch. Dr. Wallach did all the research. I mean, $25 million of federally funded research Wallach was in charge of. He did tens of thousands of autopsies and millions of blood chemistries. Wrote a book on medical nutrition, which is in the Smithsonian Institution, and then used that research to perfect his treatments with real humans in real clinical conditions. And it doesn't get any better than that. There's no holistic physician in the world that has Wallach's experience, and that's why I'm a big advocate of Youngevity, because in 25 years of clinical work, Wallach's therapeutics produce more consistent results than anything I've ever seen, and that's the truth. So, all right, so let's break it down. Allergies are, from our point of view, allergies of any ilk go back to the digestive tract, the small intestine specifically. So the center of gravity of that illness lies in the small intestine, and you're having abdominal stomach issues, so I'm not surprised. So what we do there is eliminate the 10 bad foods. You have to go gluten-free.
Yeah, I've done that for years.
Okay, well, there's 6 other foods you need to stop eating as well. Okay, there are 6 other foods you need to stop eating as well. Then you need to give your intestinal tract nutritional support so that it can fix itself, right? Because once you stop hurting it, that's a good thing. But now you have to give it support so that it can fix itself to the ability that it's able to fix itself. I mean, it's a good idea if we're trying to put out a fire to stop lighting matches. That's one thing. But now we also have to pour water on the fire, and if we don't, well, we're still going to be in a world of hurt. So in order to you need to nutrify the intestinal tract. You said you had a high blood pressure issue?
No, low blood sugar.
Low blood sugar, well, that's a mineral deficiency illness. You had something else, restless legs or something?
I don't sleep good at night. I haven't slept good in years. I just stay awake. I'm wide awake at night. And
yeah, okay. So that's a calcium. Yeah, that's a calcium deficiency illness. What's your current body weight?
136.
All right. So here's what I would do for the first 3 months. You shouldn't need to do this for more than 90 days to experience a positive improvement here. All right. So here,
itchy rashes too.
Okay. So here's what I'd like you to do every month for 3 months, please. All right. 1. Anti-aging Healthy Start Pack original formula. 1 anti-aging Healthy Start Pack original formula. 3 selenium. 1 bottle of Cal Toddy. 1 bottle of Cal Toddy. And 2 bottles of Mac-E Plus, MAQUI Plus. 2 bottles of Mac-E Plus. All right.
Is that the one that has the curcumin?
No, that has the anti-aging Healthy Start Pack has curcumin in it. Do you have a reaction to that?
Is it curcumin? It's the one that is for the allergies. I can't.
Quercetin.
Yeah, I don't do good with that. It irritates my stomach.
When you take quercetin all by itself, it would irritate your stomach. But when you take quercetin as part of a bigger overall package, it should be no harm and no foul. You also want to take the quercetin supplement with food. And the product that has quercetin in it is called Cell Shield RTQ. I would give it a run for its money. The company has a 30-day money-back guarantee. Stick around, Teresa. Yeah, that's us coming to the rescue. You bet. Longevity Nation on the rise. Check it out. If you've never heard of Longevity before, if you got to this radio show by hook or by crook, you did a Google search, whatever. If you found us on your own, then give us a call, 855-347-3696. And somebody in my Longevity organization will get in touch with you and will show you the ropes and hook you up with whatever you need to know. If you were referred here by somebody, then get with them to get more information about the Longevity line of nutritional supplements, figure out how to get them at the wholesale price, talk to them about the business opportunity, and this is how we do it. We are a worldwide network of interconnected groups. So we need to honor the group that brought us into the fold. So get with the person that told you about Longevity if you find the information on this radio show compelling. If you found us on your own, then get in touch with us. And you can do that at drglidden.com or 855-347-3696. Teresa from Georgia is with us. Teresa, are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so any questions about what I just recommended?
Yeah. So the last supplement was 2M. What was that?
Oh, yeah, Mackie Plus. It's a funny name. They really should name it something else. It's M like Mary, A, Q like Queen, UI, Mackie Plus. That has aloe vera in it.
Okay.
With a superfruit, and it's very soothing to the intestinal environment. Very soothing to the intestinal environment. So it will help your intestinal tract to calm itself down. Okay. Help the allergic stuff to calm itself down. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. Nutrify the body and see what happens, right? So we got to start somewhere. And
so, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I take aloe vera capsules every day, because I know they help my stomach.
Yeah.
Should I stop doing those and just do these?
No. Well, if you're already taking aloe vera in an encapsulated form, is it liquid aloe vera or powdered?
Powdered.
How long have you been doing that?
A couple months.
Is it helping?
Yeah, I can tell it helps.
Okay, then you want to just stick with that. We prefer with anybody that's taking a nutritional supplement program, especially if you have a weak digestive system, which you do.
Yes.
We prefer liquid supplements, right? Because liquid supplements are way easier to absorb. But, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So now the Mackie Plus is a liquid form of aloe vera plus other stuff. But if you already have some and it's effective and you can notice that it's working, then you don't need the Mackie Plus, so you can just cross that off the list.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, again, 1 anti-aging start original formula.
Yep.
3 selenium.
Yep.
1 Cal Toddy.
Yep.
And then...
and that's it. That would be it for you if you don't want the Mackie Plus.
Okay, and then I get my minerals through the selenium and the...
No, that's a good point to ponder. The minerals that you need, which are, essential nutrients to the body, are in the Healthy Start Pack and the calcium.
Oh, okay.
So you don't need to get that as a standalone because we've already bundled them in there for you, and that's really that's like the secret sauce to longevity is the presence of the minerals. I did a whole webinar about that, by the way, last Monday night, which is available in the archives if you want to become an insider, and I think you should because you sound like somebody who really is, trying to figure this out on your own and needs knowledge and needs good knowledge. So I have a subscription service on my website.
Oh.
It's called a Dr. Glidden Insider, and it's $20 a month. You can cancel at any time, and I've done over 100 hours of health videos. I've done a video on allergies and a video on optimizing the effectiveness of nutritional supplements and allergies and everything. Plus, when you're an insider, you also have access to 3 hours of live chat a week. 3 hours of live chat a week. The last time we had a live chat session, we had 150 people from all over the world. Wow. So it's an excellent way to kind of introduce yourself and align yourself with the holistic community in the world, which is growing. Check it out, drglidden.com. Become an insider, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next live webinar, which, by the way, is tomorrow night. live chat for insiders and their guests exclusively. Ladies and gentlemen, regretfully, we are all out of time. I appreciate your support. Remember, you are the last best hope your community has to live long, healthy, and wealthy lives. So no more secret agents. Spread the word about Youngevity and be proud that you've aligned yourself with Youngevity. I certainly am. Dr. Glidden over and out. Remember, live long and prosper.